Hello, in this video we will discuss about the bone resorption and bone formation. It is also known as the osteoporosis and bone formation or osteogenesis. So the genesis is the formation of bone, osteo means bone. So in this way, first of all we will understand about the cell of bone. So the cells of bone is different type. First of all, the stem cell will produce the osteoblast, osteocytes, and osteoclast. So the osteoblast is the immature bone forming cell, while the osteocyte is the mature bone cell. And the osteoclast is used for the bone resorption. It means the degradation of bone. So in this way, basically when the blood calcium level will be dropped, so the osteoclast activity will be enhanced. So in this way here is the osteoclast precursor will be immature to become a mature, and in this way the mature formation will be occur, and this things here is the rank, which that is the receptor or rank protein which that is bound with the osteoclast precursor. So when the blood calcium will be dropped and phosphate is also dropped. Phosphate is used for the DNA repair as well as the energy unit and other mechanism. So the calcium is here is the and phosphate is also deposit into the bone. But in this case, here is the parathyroid gland, which that is stimulated due to the low level of calcium, ultimately stimulate to produce the parathyroid hormone. And this parathyroid hormone will inhibit the osteocytes to produce the OPG, osteo protrusion protein, and in this way the OPG will be inhibited due to the parathyroid, while the stimulation of the osteoblast to produce the rank L, and this rank L protein will be bound with the rank of the osteoclast precursor to become a mature active osteoclast. And this active osteoclast is basically when bound with the rank L with a rank protein, and in this way this is the receptor like protein which that is receive the rank L and rank bind with the rank, and in this way here is the inhibit bone resorption. So the bone resorption will be inhibit if the deposition of the uh, uh, inhibit bone resorption. So the resorption of the bone will be inhibit while the osteoclast is basically stimulate. OPG will be inhibit. However, the OPG is used for the deposition of calcium, while the rank L is used for the resorption of bone, so the uptake of the calcium and phosphate. So in this way it is the active form, and here is the basolateral surface, and in this way inside the carbon dioxide will be moved directly because it is gas, and water will combine to carbonic anhydrase 2 enzyme which that is used to produce the carbonic acid, and this carbonic acid rapidly dissociate to produce the carbonic bicarbonate and hydrogen proton, and this bicarbonate is basically chloride exchange will be occur. In this way the chloride will move inside while the bicarbonate will move out, and in this way here is the chloride will move inside, and in this way here is the proton will be ATPase proton pump is used for the efflux of the proton, while the chloride is C1 C7 is the IC7 sorry, which that is used for the chloride efflux. So the cathepsin is the cathepsin K protein is also exocytosed due to the receptor, basically the G couple protein receptor will stimulate, we will discuss next. And here is a black color is showing that resorptive pit MMP molecule, and resorptive pit is present in the between the osteoclast and bone. So here is the and that is the bone, and is the acid enzyme used with the hydrochloric acid to dissociate the calcium and phosphate with the compound to uptake into the blood circulatory system. So the calcium and phosphate will be more increase. So the increase of the calcium and phosphate, that is the positive feedback. So let's begin to understand about the summarization. So the demineralized organic bone matrix is degraded by cathepsin K. So the cathepsin K is important for the degradation. An acid protease and MMP9. MMP9 mean matrix metallo proteinase 9, which that is secreted into the resorptive bit. So that is important things, and this will be happen in this way. So in this way, when the calcium and phosphate will be increased in blood, so the too much calcium and phosphate, here you can see that after this absorption, so the calcium and phosphate will be move more into the blood circulatory system, ultimately high blood calcium level and phosphate. So this high blood calcium level will stimulate the thyroid gland for the negative feedback. It in this way our body want to decrease the calcium level because the homeostatic formation. So the calcitonin will be produced from the thyroid gland, which from the C cells. So the C cell produce the calcitonin. This calcitonin will stimulate the calcium deposition, so the uptake of the calcium into the bone, and it is due to the inhibition of the osteoclast activity. So the renal calcium uptake will be decreased and reduced calcium uptake from the digestive tract. So here is the bone, which there is a calcium deposition, and in this way how it's possible. Next, here is the calcitonin will be bound with the receptor. So in this way the calcitonin will be bound with the osteoclast. After the calcitonin bind, the shut off the resorption. So the resorption will be shut off. So in this way the deposition will be occur. How it's possible? Let's begin to understand with the detail. Here I am drawing. So here is the bone, which that is a compact bone or some. So here is the binding of osteoclastic integrin to vironectin, creates a circumferential sealing the clear zone. So in this way both mechanism, basically the sealing zone, are present, and this sealing zone is attached in this way manner, and during the resorption it is also the sealing zone, which that is I have discussed before. So here is the calcitonin will be bind, and in this way the G couple protein receptor bind the calcitonin to trigger the G couple protein to alpha monomer will be released with the GDP to GTP conversion, and this convert into the cyclic AMP. We will discuss also adenylate cyclase enzyme use. So here is the osteoblast. First of all, I want to say that is the osteoblast which that produce the MCSF. This is the macrophage colony stimulating factor, which that is produced from the osteoblast to target the precursor osteoclast. So the osteoclast precursor will bond with the multinuclear osteoclast. So in this way the CFMS, that is the MCSF receptor, it is the macrophage colony stimulating factor receptor, will bind with the MCSF, and after this binding to the immature or precursor osteoclast will become mature by the rank L, which that is the osteocyte will be bind with this. So the rank L will bind with the rank of the osteoclast. From this rank L is come from the osteocyte. So the osteoblast basically. So the osteoblast is the immature bone forming cell. So here is the osteocyte or osteoblast produce the G growth factor, collagen, and other bone protein. While in this way here is you can see the vitamin D3 is the 125 dihydroxy vitamin D3, which that is important, and in this way it will be trigger the osteocytes or osteoblast to produce the growth factor, collagen, and other bone protein, and in this way the osteoblast will convert into the osteocyte, and in this way, that is why the osteocyte is the mature bone forming cell, and that is the bone maturation is due to the osteocyte. And here you can see that is the cyclic AMP will stimulate the protein kinase active from the inactive to stimulate this lysosomal protein. And this lysosomal protein, and the green color is showing that the tartrate resistant acid phosphatase, and in this way the acid phosphatase will be resistance, and this in this way the acid enzyme will be inhibit, and in this way the bone resorption will be inhibit, while here is the chloride ion will be exchanged, and in this way the chloride ion will be move inside, and the bicarbonate hydrogen bicarbonate will be formed, and carbonic acid will be formed. This carbonic acid again dissociate, and proton will move inside, and in this way you can see this is the important things which that is inhibited by the tartrate resistant acid phosphatase and lysosomal protein. So in this way, here is the food which that is rich with the calcium can be inhibit the loss of calcium, and high blood calcium level will be due to the vitamin D from the diet 20%, while the 90% come from the light, and that is increase the quality of bone, and osteoporosis will be decreased. So this is the diet efficiency increase the bone formation. So I hope you make sense about the bone resorption and bone formation. So thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe, like and share.